Hi everyone, my name is Beth Megill and this is LOD&T, and it's a new year. While I'm making this video, it's the start of 2019, and so I wanted to talk a little bit about new beginnings, and I thought now that I've completed my movement alphabet introduction, so there's a whole series on the movement alphabet, and each concept is a brief overview, so you can take a look at that. But I thought now, this year, I would start talking a little more about how to put notation into practice, and specifically how to write it on a score and on a staff. So we call the dance scores are the place where, just like a music score, where you would write your notation, and we call the parts of the score a staff. So here's the basic, very basic, very short little staff, and it starts at the bottom and we read up. So that's the primary difference that will kind of fry your brain at first. But I like to think of it as, you know, those video games, and there are video games that travel their character along a direction, or there are video games that travel up the screen. So you want to think of dance notation like one of those video games that's taking you up the screen, so that as you're reading the dance notation, you're going up the page. Now, why do we do this? A couple different reasons, but one of the most useful reasons I've found is that when you start to read dance notation, you'll start to have a right side and a left side. So on the staff, I'll have a right or a left, and that can start to indicate right and left side of my body in more advanced notation. Now, in the motif work that we're doing today, we aren't going to have right side or left side, but it's at least an introduction to the idea that as you're reading upward, you can start to associate the right side of the page with the right side of the body and the left side of the page with the left side of the body, potentially. So something to keep in mind as you're moving forward. So let's draw a staff together. Right, so to set up our staff, the first thing we're going to need to do is we'll need to indicate where the reader should start. And since we want them to read up the page, we want to make sure that we give them a clear start, and we'll use a double bar line to do that. So I'll draw this nice double bar line to say, start here. And then I'll count up 1, 2, 3, 4, and little tick mark 1, 2, 3, 4, little tick mark 1, 2, 3, 4, little tick mark 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll draw another line, and that tells my reader that we have time divided into 4 equal parts. So that makes it 4 time, and we know that we're reading up the score, so this would be essentially count 1, count 2, count 3, count 4. So we could indicate that for them as well, if that's helpful. And then I might want to express that they start somewhere. And a really common place to start is in a shape. So I'll draw a nice little shape symbol there. That tells them to start in some shape. They don't know which shape, but they're going to explore and play and find one that they like. And then, because it's the new beginnings, I thought, let's talk about taking a new direction. And again, while I'm here making this video during the new year, maybe you're thinking about a new start of a school year, or a vacation, and you want to make the most of it, or some other event that's beginning and you want to explore new ways to begin and to find new direction in your focus. So I thought we would start with a forward direction, and then we'll go to the right side, and then we'll go to the left side, and then we'll go forward again. So here we have forward, to the right, to the left, and forward. And then to tell them that it's the very end, I can draw another double bar line, and that says the dance ends right here. So again, we tell them where to start, and then we have forward, right side, left side, forward. And that's our whole dance. Thank you so much. I hope that these videos are interesting and useful to you. Please do comment if you have questions on how to draw your staff, or proportions or things like that that can help you with your confidence with language of dance and writing motif notation. This is Beth Megill. You're watching LOD&T. Thanks so much.